must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Otto, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Close by.
What in Lord's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board. Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shame
Wait
on
a second.
the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Not a bitch at all, but it's really finding others and pissed at is fucking annoying. Your mother always fucking pissed at something.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the Spacer's Choice. Oh, that stinks. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Ant? Don't take this the wrong. You Edgewater's a little ways.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Dina, fuck off. God damn you.
Get over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Call on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Seriously? But those marauders will... You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
plunder. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to reject all foreign parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time. Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose, but you'd be wrong. Works. Well, couldn't tell you. Nah.
I can really go.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this. The grease smug. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Patty, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up.
And I do wish you would. My apologies. I'm Reed. Of course, I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
You're the first stranger to... The geothermal... Most of the veil... I'm afraid I can't... Marauders. Bloodthirsty lunatics, the lot of them. I was not entirely sure. The people living in... Good Lord, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think that's what makes... I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. Glad we see. It's a handwritten... Thank you.
Oh, fuck, I shot somebody. Shot somebody in the church. The pastor started it.
Hey, take your time. So, what's the plan?
you like some oat that's mealy? You like some oat that's mealy? You like some oat that's mealy? Would you like a meal that's oats?
Ready when you are.
Would you like an oat that's mealy? No, I'll make you one. You want an oat that's mealy? Yeah. I got my first crewmate already. You'll end up getting her. Just make sure you accept her help and don't decline her help whenever she asks you, whenever they ask if you want her help.
Why are you giving me hints?
I'm trying to help you out.
Don't help me out.
I got the map packs on my version, so I got like 6 or 7 extra missions I have to beat. On top of the ones I already have to beat you. So I can give you a little hint. I have confidence. Yeah. I love you, but my gun skills are a little better. I'm also playing on hard, and you're playing on easy, so that works. Makes it a little easier for you.
Excuse me.
Nice.
What?
Excuse me.
What? I never said that. I was just saying that I can give you hints. Like, I've played this game before, you haven't. Why wouldn't you want some hints?
Because if it's a competition, why would I want this?
Okay, I got you. I won't help you no more.
I wouldn't help you if it was a competition. Don't be like the guy.
Okie dokie.
Easy.
Well, good thing I helped you start your character the way I did, because now you can get into all the doors around the town that are locked.
Here they come.
No, but I had to agree that we should do this one.
What, the game competition?
I don't know, just competitions in general. I feel like you can make our relationship stronger.
No, I'm down for that.
You know how dirty Momo's clothes are?
No. Fucking scrab.
I hate that people make you look like you're like that. You can get blood off of it.
Be right there. Here they come! All together! Here we go!
You want to play your game?
Nice.
I can put it on the small TV. Or I can put you on the small TV. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Wow, not even a scratch.
Then
Here they come! We made it!
okay.
Got him all.
Fuck up. You got both done. I'll pay for it. That's my fault. Yeah, you.
That's some bitch shit, Athena. That's some bitch shit.
At least get the essence for one bug.
So I do not see what I am doing. Athena? No.
I want that fun. There you go.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse. Enough with the... Well, look at you, buzzing around the ether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. I've crossed off my... I go look... Could... What is it? If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever... So like... It is the home... No. The soil around the secret... Reed Thompson. You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. Well, if it's all the same to you, then you ought to divert power over to us, shut down Reed's cannery, and scrap it for parts. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town. You know that's...
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. I trust you.
You gotta make sure you close the doors behind you if you steal anything from somebody. Because you'll get arrested. Well, they'll try to kill you for stealing from them. So I just closed the door behind me so I don't see.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're
I
hungry,
don't know.
keep your wits about you, friend.
Steal anything you want. Steal everything. Everything's yours. Nothing's theirs. These motherfuckers have mines. I'm killing all of them. Fuck them. They couldn't tell me about the fucking mines in the yard.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Nothing right here.
Yes, they smell like Fritos.
My clothes are dirty. Why are you still wet? Who has got more fur than you do? Why are you still wet?
Got it? Inside voices. I always wanted to poke around in here.
Processing.
Got him all! Here they come!
Unexpected.
Look out! Pass that armor!
Is today Monday or Tuesday? I talked to Roger.
Huh?
I talked to Roger. I think he said he works Thursday. Thursday, Friday, he's taking Saturday off. I'm gonna go down and have a drink and play some pool in the morning.
I'm gonna go wash the dishes.
Yeah, just wash half of them. If you just get the stuff that's on the side and the table and a little bit of the dishes, I'll get the rest of them. You don't have to get most of the dishes in the sink.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
System.
Here they come! Nice. That's the last of them. You got him.
Returning to normal protocols. Processing.
Watch out! We're pretty good at this.
Panic sweeping the
not real. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. No, just leave me alone.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oh. Searching for an object. Process security.
Incoming!
Phantom? Phantom? You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Hard to... Oh, Higgins has been... I've come up... I special... Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. There's a behavior... Oh. The tail. Jimmy'd open... Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. What's eating you? The tail. Mechanicals lost... You... I was on...
System alive.
Once we do this, there's no go... Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
System up. Beginning security patrol. Security patrol initiated. Unexpected.
That was quick.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me. Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Space... Apologies. Edgewater has... Is that... I see. All right, then. Whatever you were...
What was that?
Maybe
Look out!
I'm gonna need a 0G after that.
We can handle this.
Hiding in there?
We can handle this. Hit. Messed it up.
Something's not right.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is... Oh, gosh. Edgewater. I worked on... I want to ask... And if you... Yes!
Captain, what can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding. Our What can I do for you? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery. Time's come. I don't look forward. You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Fancy duck. You mean Zoe? You Zoe? Shit. Fresh off the list. You hungry? We got something fresh.
That was quick.
Fancy duds. You mean You She Hey. You hungry? We got something I can help. I'll help if I Something I can help you with? Fresh up.
Hungry, Stephanie's got supplies.
I'll tell you. What is it?
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Not even a scratch. You got one, Cap? Oh!
Doing all right? Wow. I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't make any trouble for me, okay?
Let's end this quick!
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your... What? Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This... I'm... I may have... I don't... Oh, you... Huh. Yeah. you're doing? Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Easy.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you. I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it. You are welcome.
All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit? We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in the Hope has some of the bright... You need... Gladys... The...
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out. The ground breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space.
That's not the point. This half would just...
Hey, no offense.
Keep talking. Now...
So?
You... Do it.
Whatever. I had... Guy never... He's a... Well... Cap... Feel... See you around.
Can we talk?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engine. I don't...
Going for a stroll around the docking base?